little bit of water before we start. So the whole idea of when we do the stretch and strength routine is it's nice controlled motions. We're not rushing the strength part when we go into things like squats and lunges. Take your time in those motions. It's not about the number of reps. It's a really good opportunity to focus on technique. And when we go into the stretches, we really focus on sitting in and having a really good stretch out as well. So again, we're not rushing into those positions. So let's get ready to rock and roll straight away. So we're going to take about 4 or 5 minutes just to warm you up, loosen you out, go through some nice mobility exercises, get you going from there. Once we've done the sort of 4 or 5 minutes of warm up, we'll go straight into the routine. We'll take it down on the mats, and we are up and down. So some of your floor work will be obviously the stretching, and we've got some standing work to get some balance and control in as well for you. So let's get yourself into a little bit of space. Roll the chair out of the way. You're going to get the music on. And we get ourselves working. Lovely. So take it round into your little bit of space. So like I said, you can have your mat down at start. It's not, don't have to, but it's there if you're ready to go. So feet underneath the hips, as you can notice, I've got my shoes on. You can do this with your shoes on or shoes off. Now it's totally up to you and it's personal preference. I like to keep my shoes on, that's all. So plant the feet underneath the hips, or maybe just a little bit wider. Bend the knees, relax those shoulders, give me a little squat and a little circle up. Lovely. So like I said, we start off nice and gentle. The whole plan for the first few minutes, like I said, is just to warm you up, loosen you out, and we get a little bit of mobility going at the same time. Lovely. Let's go one more. And I just want to take the squat out and circle the arms over, and we bring them forward over the top. Big circles up. Now really reach those arms nice and high. So stretch to the ceiling. Big lift, big rotation. Lovely. Give me 2 more. And 1 more. Awesome. Bring your forearms parallel to the floor. All I want you to do is just do a little twist and turn. As you turn, as you can see my feet turning. I'm letting my whole body move. So really waking up into those core muscles, into those abs, and letting your whole body go nice and steady. Lovely. Bring it back to center. Let's have that squat. Plant your feet again. We squat. Reach those arms up. Nice big circle. So wake up those legs. Open up the arms, the chest, the back, the shoulders. Big reach. Awesome. Give me 2 more. And 1 more. Big stretch. Lovely. Let's roll those arms over the top. Bring them back. Again, you see those fingers reaching up to the sky. Yeah. And feel your body lift. So as you stretch, so it's not just lifting the arm. Feel your whole body lengthen. Open up that rib cage. Let's go back into that rotation one more time. That little twist and turn. So nice and easy, nice and easy. Like I said, this is all about control when we go into this one. We're not worrying about how many reps we do. We're focusing on slowing things right down. Bring it back to center. You're going to just take a little march on the spot. I want you to focus on lifting those knees, relax those shoulders, and at the same time, just get those arms going. So imagine just going for a nice steady walk. We're just focusing on a little bit more of a knee lift here. Yeah, easy. Yeah, it's nice. Lovely. From there, I just want you to give it a little kick out. Kick your feet out in front. And also when you do, you can just circle those wrists with little fingers. Let's say if we're in that plank position or we do a lot of work on computers, we're typing a lot. It's nice just to make sure we're just loosening everything out. And sometimes you forget about the wrists, we forget about the fingers, we forget about the legs. Just give it a little shake. Lovely. Now we're going to bring it back into a little jack. One at a time. I want you to tap the toe to the sides. And we take your hands up to shoulder height. Just easy. Like I said, it's not fast. All about control. Yeah. So although the heart rate goes up a little bit in this one, you do get warm, you do might get a little sweat on. We're not really going heavy into that cardio. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Lovely. Give me 1 more time. Bring it into your squats. Plant your feet, head and chest is up. And we sit into that squat. And again, as we start our first set of squats, you can see I'm not going down too deep into that squat. I'm just using it just to start to loosen out the legs. But making sure as you squat, sit your butt back. So you see my body position here. My chest is up. My head is up. And we're focusing on working a nice, strong squat here. Just to wake up those legs a little bit. Plenty of time to get deeper. Plenty of time to make them work harder. Lovely. Give me 2 more. And then give me 1 more. We take it back into those knees. So back into that march. And again, not necessarily any faster, but maybe thinking about lifting a little bit higher. Again, arms can work at the same time. You get those shoulders moving. You can lift up. So chest is nice and long. We're nice and high. Beautiful. And let's give it that little kick out again. So little kick, little kick. And again, if you want to circle out those wrists, you can go one way, stop, go the other way. Just think about reeling out the fingers. Like I said, you forget about these things sometimes. That's why I like to get into this one when we do this one, just loosen everything out. Lovely, take it back into that jack. One at a time, tap the toe. And I just want you to lengthen out, stretch out those fingers, lengthen out those arms. So we're really engaged into your shoulders. They're going to work when we hit the planks. We've got to pull them up right now. Lovely. And again, give me 4, 3, give me 2. Excellent. Give me one more time. Take it back into those squats. Head and chest is up. Sit into that squat. Again, nice and strong as you come down. Take your time. So the option now is maybe we start to work in a little bit deeper. Legs are a little bit warmer. You can squat down that little bit further here. Beautiful. Technique again. No change. Good, slow, controlled, strong motion. Beauty. Let's have 2 more. And let's have 1 more. And we're going to go one more time with that high knee march. This time, what I want you to do is your knees come up. Tap your knee with the opposite hand. And again, big lift. So big squeeze on those abs. And really think about lifting those knees nice and high. Give those abs that lovely little crunch. Fantastic. So a nice bit of core work. We don't always have to get on the floor to do core work. You can do it standing, and this is one of the really good exercises for that. Let's kick out those legs again. Yeah. Nice and easy. Just circle out those wrists. Woo. Feel them moving. Yeah. Let's loosen out those fingers. Awesome. Take it into those jacks, one at a time. Just that little tap, hands and shoulder. We go a little bit quicker here. Should be a little bit warmer. Getting ready to go into the floor. So we're almost here. Nice. Go 4, go 3, go 2. Bring it into your squats. And it's the last one standing before we take our first little bit down onto the floor. We start our stretches. Excellent. So we just have a few more seconds here. 15 more seconds into those squats. Nice and strong. Great stuff. Give me 3 more. Give me 2 more, and then that last one. Fantastic. From there, what I want you to do is you're going to bring yourself to the front of your mats. Plant your feet. Take a nice deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, forward fold, bring your fingers to your shins. Have a nice flat back. Bring the hands down, step back into your high plank position. So let's set our first plank position up. So our high plank here on the hands. Hands are underneath the shoulders. And your fingers point forward. You can spread your fingers out. It gives you that nice base. And then I want you to keep your head looking down in front of your hands. So remember, we're not dropping the chin. So we're not looking at your feet or your knees. So we're always thinking about our neck. Holding strong. Now bring the knees down, one at a time. Sit back, take child's pose. I want you to stay on your fingers. So I want you just to lift up slightly so we're off the forearms. Sit back. And just see if you can millimeter walk those fingers forward, get that lovely stretch out through your back. And we hold that position. We just keep breathing, just enjoy this first child's pose. Just take a couple more nice deep breaths in here. We just slow everything down. Lovely. Then from there, I want you to come up onto all fours. So hands under shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. So there's a little gap between your knees and a nice strong back. So we're not letting the tummy hang. Nice strong back here. We're going to go into our cat cow. So one at a time, I want you to drop your chin into your chest, round your back to the ceiling. And then I want you to lift your head and let your tummy hang. Go again, chin into chest, round your back to the ceiling. Really go for that lovely rounding. Brilliant. And we lift the chin, lift the head, let the tummy hang. Come back to center. Hold. Dig your toes into the ground. We're going to take our first down dog. Lift your hips up into the air. And one at a time, what I want you to do nice and slow is bend and straighten your legs. So we're just going to paddle it out here. Take your time. So it's all about control when we do this routine, nice and slow. Now I'm just going to keep walking it out for another 10 seconds. Take your time. Like I said, just go one more on each leg. And then that last one. Really bring yourself back into your high plank position. So think about that position we were just in. Just make that adjustment. Once we're there, we're going to hold just for a couple of seconds. We're going to take it into our low plank position this time. So I want you to walk it down onto your forearms. At any time, drop to knees. So when we're in low plank, we've got our hands in front of our face. And our head position this time is looking at our hands. So again, we're always thinking about our neck, what we're doing there. And then again, what I want you to do is hold, gently come down on your knees, and then lower yourself all the way down. Bring your hands beside your mat. So you've got like a 90-degree elbow in the a bend in the elbows. Relax those arms, and nice and relaxed. And just turn onto your right ear. So you're looking over your left forearm, your left shoulder, and just relax in that position. Get your stretch out through the neck. Lovely. Let's turn the other way. Let's come back to center. And I want you to bring the forearms back onto your mat and just lift your chest slightly. Shoulders stay nice and relaxed, and we keep that lovely gap between our ears and shoulders. Get a good ab stretch. And we just hold that position. Lovely. We come down nice and flat. Place the hands onto the mat. So I want you to dig in with your toes, and we're going to lift into our plank position. Hold that plank position. Bring your knees down, and we sit back, and we go back into our child's pose. This time you can drop your forearms down. Again, keep inching those fingers forward to get a lovely stretch. Come back into your cat-cow position. Again, we're going to go from here. So hands on the shoulders, knees on the hips, set your base, and go chin to chest, round your back up to the ceiling. So really focus on that lovely rounding. Stretch out the back, tight, let those abs hang out. So let the tummy hang, lift your chin. And let's go one more. Chin goes to chest, round your back. And again, lift the heads. Let your tummy hang. Come back to center, find that base. Dig your toes into the ground. Now from there, I want you to lift those hips nice and high. Take it back into your walking down dog for me. So again, one at a time, bend. Straighten those legs. Feel that calf stretch. You're going to be on your feet next. I want a really good stretch out here. Just hold in again, just a few more nice breaths. You look good walk out. Lovely. When you're ready, we take that plank position. Adjust your feet a little bit wider. And then when you're ready, keeping your feet still, walk your hands to your feet. Drop your chin into your chest. Unravel slowly. Come all the way up. Take those arms nice and high. Awesome. Bring yourself into the center of your mat. We're time to get those legs going to start with. So we're going to come back into our squats. We did them at the start. I want you to just focus on a nice strong squat. And like I said, we're not rushing the reps here, okay? It's always about control when we hit our strength and stretch, or stretch and strength. So take your time. So that's a really good opportunity to sink into a nice deep squat, but always thinking about posture. Chest is high, head is up, and we've got that lovely base, that position with our feet. Lovely. We're just going to take a couple more seconds. Brilliant. Let's go for one more. And then I just want you to step back slightly off the mat. So you've got a little bit more room in front of you here. So right leg only, we're going to keep the left leg planted. I want you to drop forward into your forward lunge. So I want you to just move the right leg, not the left leg yet. And we're just alternating, just sitting in nice and deep from that lunge position. So bring it in, bring it back. A big step, tap that foot back. So again, focusing on that depth of that lunge. So you're bending those knees, coming right in, and then that good push back up each time. So really focus, sitting into that lunge nice and strong as you push back up each time. So we forget sometimes just how good the lunges are for our legs, really good for the legs. Obviously, great exercise for those glutes. Excellent, just gonna go for a couple more reps. And then one more, then we just do a straight swap, bring it back. We take it forward off that left side, so plant that right leg again. Same motion, drop in nice and strong into that lunge. Take your time. So again, you can be a little bit slower than me. Don't necessarily want to be any faster. Like I said, we're not looking at really pushing the tempo. Just all about control. Lovely stuff, well done. Just coming in, you've got 10 more seconds, keep it nice and strong. And we're going to go for 2 more. Lovely, and that last one. Brilliant, we'll bring it back to center. Now we're going to come back into those squats again, so plant your feet, take it down, nice and strong. Again, we can sit in, nice and deep. Let's fire up those legs, all the way down, all the way up. Awesome, so we're going to get those legs really working hard. Brilliant, let's go for 10 more seconds. And then we're going to have another little variation on our lunge. We're going to change the direction slightly. Give me 2 more reps. And then your last one. Awesome. So we're going to bring the feet a little bit closer together this time. And we're going to side lunge it. So we're going to start off to the right. So make sure you've got enough room. Step slightly off center. As you step to the right, so you're still on your mat, push back to center. So you can see when I do this. As I step over, my left leg is not moving. Step to the right. Left leg is straight. But I'm always keeping my head and chest facing straight forward. So we step down, tap it back to center. So nice and tall there. Step back down, tap back to center. Let's get that lovely bit of work on that inner thigh on that left side. Then as you push back up, focus on using your glutes to lift you back up into that standing position. So on that right side, so we're down, power off those glutes to lift up. Awesome. Let's have 2 more reps. And then we're going to hold the next one out. Stay in that inner thigh stretch and hold. Then you can drop to forearms here, but you see I've still got my head and chest down. I'm going to add a couple of little extra stretches on here. Fingers come down. And then what I want you to do is turn and point that left toe to the ceiling. So as I said earlier, we've got a few different stretches for the hamstrings. So back of the thigh. This is that first real good stretch. So we can really focus. And this can be quite an intense stretch. So take your time. Hold for a few seconds. Yeah, keep breathing, keep breathing. Lovely. Go 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Lovely. 1 more. We come back to center. Bring it back up. Now again, you may want to shuffle just slightly over to the right so you've got plenty of mat. When you're ready, we step over to the left. Push. So again, this time, right leg is staying nice and straight. Big push off that left side to bring yourself back up each time. So we're coming down. Big push. Coming down. Big push. Bro. Excellent. So getting that nice control. Focusing on those glutes, like I said, that good core work. Glutes are part of your core muscles. Yeah, big power movement. 2 reps. Are you ready? Let's hold that next one over. Go into that inner thigh stretch to start. So you're dropping down to forearm, but still holding head and chest high. From forearm, we go fingertips, and then again, you can turn, point that right toe to the ceiling. So again, this can be quite an intense stretch on the hamstring here. So hold. Position, keep breathing. Oh. Lovely. We keep holding, we keep holding. Nice. Lovely. 3, 2, and 1. We turn it back in, bring yourself back to center. Great stuff. Give the legs a little shake. Take it to the front of your mat. So when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in. Forward fold for me. Come into that nice flat back. So fingers to shins. And then take it down into your plank position. We'll take our high plank again. Set your base up, okay? Get that nice strong position. So what I want you to do is going to lift your right knee in the air. Lift that right leg. And I want you to bring your right knee straight towards your right elbow. So just come straight under. Hold it there. Yeah, keep breathing. Plank is the same. Think about that head position. Take it across to your left elbow. It doesn't have to touch, just holding. Now bring it to center. Now we're going to take the leg straight in the air. Single leg down dog. Hold. Now let's come back to plank. Bring it to the right elbow. Ooh. Hold. Left elbow. Squeeze. Keep squeezing. Center. And then place the foot down. Lift the hips. Walk it out into your down dog. Take a few little steps here. And when you're ready, I want you to take your right leg up into the air. Step it outside of your right hand Bring it down on that left side. You see that left knee is down? And we're going to hold. Lovely. We get our first real nice stretch into those hips. So making sure for this position, for this first stretch, I want you to keep that front foot nice and flat for me. Now from here, I just want you to walk your hands back, straighten your right leg, point your right toe, and lift your chest. So we're not letting the back round, we just want you to focus. Imagine you're trying to bring your chin over the top of that right foot. We get that big hamstring stretch on that right side. Hold that stretch. Like I said, this is where we have that variation of those hamstring stretches. So we've got a few different ones here, really getting into the back of the thigh. Walk it forward. Now this time what I want you to do is you can place the hand on the inside of the thigh, the knee, and just turn to the outside of that right foot. So you're just letting that foot just turn out and lifting that insole up slightly. Just opening up into that hip. Yeah, it's a little variation. I'm just going to hold for a few seconds. Bring the foot back, so that's nice and flat. Place the hand down. Walk the hands back. Point that right toe. Let's go hamstrings, back of the thigh. Feel that stretch. Like I said, hamstrings can be a real problem area for people, especially if they're sat down a lot, if you do a lot of running, a lot of cycling. Really important that we give them a really good stretch out. And like I said, today with this workout, we're hitting them from a few different angles. Walk it forward, keep the foot flat, both hands down. So keeping that right knee nice and tight into that right shoulder. And we're going to go one more on those hamstrings, so walk it back. Point that toe, sit into that stretch. Feel those hamstring stretches, stretching. Now let's walk it forward. And then from there, I want you to walk the hands up, or we're going to take it into a rotation. So keep the left hand down, sweep that right arm, and turn your chest to face your front leg. So reaching up nice and up, got that lovely T position with our arms. Awesome. We bring that hand down. I'll use the other thigh, so just place that hand onto the right thigh to lift up. So, and stretch. So keep sinking in on that left side, so into the top of the hip. So you can inch the right foot forward slightly. Arms go high. I mean, real big lengthen here and stretching. Now, if we can, we're trying to get our biceps right by our ears, and we're long here. Beautiful stretch, lovely stuff. Now, I want you to bring your hands together in front of your chest, and we're going to take the left elbow, place it on the outside of the right thigh, and we lift your chest. We're going to add in that little rotation here as well. So really think about lifting your chest and turning. Beautiful, good rotation for the trunk. Beautiful, well done. We come back to center. Take your arms high one more time. Then I want you just to tip forward, place both hands down. Push up onto that right toe so we can lift the knee. Step back, or that left toe, sorry, step back with that right side. Hold back, set your base again. And we start all over again off that left side. So lift that left leg slightly. Bring your knee to chest. Bring that knee, to left elbow. Hold. Now underneath the body towards your right elbow. Hold. Now to center. Now let's sweep that leg in the air. Now let's do that one more time. Straight in, bring it to plank. Bring it to your left elbow. Hold. It's a good strong plank challenge now. Right elbow come across. Bring it to center. Step back. Lift the hips. And walk off your down dog again. One at a time. Good calf stretch now. Really stretch. And then when you're ready, take your left leg high. Step outside your left hand. Gently come down on that right knee, fingertips, flat palm here. Hold. So again, open up into those hips. From that position, I want you to hold. And again, we're going to walk the hands back. Point that left toe again, lifting the chin, lifting your chest. Hamstrings on the back of that left side. Feel that stretch. Again, can be an intense stretch. Let's walk it forward. This time, I want you to place the hand onto the inside. Let that foot turn out. So you come onto the outside of that foot. Just open into that hip. Awesome. Come back to center. Place the hands down. Walk back. Point the toe. Hamstrings. Back of the thigh. Good, strong back of the thigh stretch again. Lovely. Bring it back forward. Foot is flat, and then we're going to go for one more hamstring stretch. Just hold. All right, let's finish this off. Let's take it back into that hamstring stretch. Brilliant. And we bring it down. Keep the right hand down. Let's sweep that left arm high. Place that left hand onto the left thigh. Like I said, you use that to come up. Take both arms high. We're sinking in on that right side. So really focus on that stretch on that hip, on that front of that hip, on that right side. Arms go high. And think about lifting. We get that lovely lengthening through the body. And we bring the hands together in front of your chest. So it's going to be right elbow on the outside of that left thigh. And lift your chest. Come back to center, take the arms high, tip forward, place the hands down, push up onto that right toe so you can lift the knee, scoop the leg back to plank. When you're ready, little walk back, so go all the way back to our hands, chin goes into chest, unravel all the way up nice and strong. Come to the front of your mat slightly, so we've got a bit more room behind us. Plant your left leg, we're going to reverse lunge on that right side. So what I want you to focus on here is just tapping that right leg back, tapping in. Tapping down, tapping in, but again, hitting that good, strong lunge position, down and lift. If you've got really good balance, I want you to take the foot tap out and drive it straight into a knee lift. So we tap down, bring it into that knee lift nice and tall. Just hold for a split second, step back. So big balance challenge now on your left side. So thigh, glutes, all about working hard now. Lovely. We're going to go for two more. Excellent. And I want you to lift that knee up. So we go straight into that knee lift. Hold that position. Now we're going to tip forward. As you tip, extend that right leg behind you. Come all the way down until your fingertips come onto the floor. So balance on your left side. Turn the right toes down so the toes are pointing towards the floor. Keeping the body still, bring your knee to your chest, and then extend. So right knee comes in, push out. Right knee comes in, push out. Take your time. So I want you to feel that left side working hard, and your glutes going into fire now, going on fire, nice and strong. Another few more seconds. Woo! Give me two more. And then one more. Stand that leg out, hold. Now I want you to slowly come to your feet, bring that knee through. Oh, challenge, challenge. Stand tall. Now I'm going to turn just to face you, keep that knee up. There's a little bit of a challenge here. I'm going to take that right side. So what I want you to take that right side, step it down behind the left foot. Take a hold of your right wrist. And we lean, stretch over to that left side. Let's get a lovely stretch through the body. Keep reaching the arms up. Just push over slightly. That lovely stretch into those obliques. Awesome. We come back to center. Unravel. You might want to give your legs a little shake out. So we're going to go again. Just step to the front of your mat slightly. Left leg this time. Step back. And again, nice and slow. We always start, as you see, I start again with that toe tap. Just so I can find that balance, find that rhythm. I don't want to rush. So just tapping out, tapping in. And when you feel good, and if you want to, you add in that knee lift and you drive the knee through. So you step back, drive the knee. And again, focus on that balance, that good strong balance on that right side. Woo. Really get the thighs working hard. Yes. Oh, two more. So we know we're going to hold that second one up. And then that last one, so hold that last one up for me. Find that balance just for a few seconds. Slowly tip, and you see that extended. I'm just taking my time. Feel the tips down, heavy on that right side now. Turn the toes down towards the floor. Left knee to chest when you're ready. Just go in your own spine. Again, woo, feel the burn, right side burning. Working hard. Oh, nearly in, nice and strong. Excellent, let's go for two more. Woo. And then that last one. Now extend that leg back first. Now bring through. Knee comes up. Brace. And again, I'll try and hop through for you. Step that foot behind the right side. Okay, let's take hold of that left wrist. And we lean over to that right. Get that lovely stretch. It's a lovely stretch. Getting into those sides. Awesome. Bring it down, come back to the front of your mat. We're back on the floor. Take a nice deep breath in. Forward fold. Whew. That's that last bit. I think maybe have a little bit more on our feet before we finish. Step into a plank when you're ready. Hold. Nice brace. Lovely. So now what we're going to do, we've got our plank position. Step your left foot out to the right. So it comes underneath your right side. So you're right on the side of that left foot. Sweep that right arm. Yeah, coming into our big side plank hold here. So a lovely T position with the arms. If you need to at any time, drop down onto your shins. And that can be both legs, you can see here. You can keep that other leg good. If you're good, we've got that left foot right out. Whoa, we've got this one, yeah? Lovely. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Yeah, I'm not being that nice. Step in. I want you to come straight into press ups. So go knees or toes. Take your time. Think about bringing your chest and hips down together, up together. You see how fast I'm moving. It's not about speed. We're not banging out, but it's all control. Whole body down. Whole body up. And it's the same. If you drop the knees, exactly the same. Now I'm trying to get my nose right down to the floor. Obviously, making sure I'm pushing back and not just collapsing. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. So if you're not already, come back onto toes. Lovely. Ready? We're going to step to the other side. I'm not going to be too nice on it. Side plank. Right leg comes under. Sweep that left arm. Take your options here. So you should really feel those shoulders working off those press ups as well now. Lovely. We slowly come back down. Step back, lift the hips, take a down dog. Both heels down to the ground this time. So we're getting that little extra hamstring stretch, lifting those hips nice and high. Focus on that stretch. Awesome. Come to plank. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Hold into our big runner's lunge. Keeping that left knee strong if we can. Try and avoid dropping the knee. See the knee position here. Don't let it drop. Want you to try and lift a little bit more. Really sit back into that heel. Lovely. Hold. Sweep that right arm. Let's rotate. Turn your chest to face your front leg. Big turn through the trunk. Again, the option is to place the hand onto the right thigh to help us come up as we extend those arms overhead. Again, sitting in deep on that left side. So feel that in the hip flexor. Arms are high. Chest is up. Legs are shaking. Oh, come on. Excellent. Go 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And I want you to hold that position. Bring your hands together in front of your chest. Place that left elbow outside of that right knee. Rotate. We did it earlier with the knee down. I've got that knee up option. With shaky legs. Oh, yeah. Lovely. Going to hold for 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Come back. Take your arms high. Then tip forward. Place them down. Step back. Plank. Hands are wider. Press ups. Knees if you need them. But we're getting into that last bit of real strength side of things here now. So just want to try and take a little bit out of those arms now. Whew. I've just got a couple more reps to go. Well, you know what my couple is. And then 1 more. And then we're going to lift the hips, take down dog. Nice and strong. Brilliant. Plank it. Step the left leg forward when you're ready. Bring it through and again, coming into that runner's lunge. Again, try and avoid that that right knee dropping. See that position where I lift and extend and hold. Good, strong hold. Now we're going to sweep that left arm, rotate. We can bring that hand down onto the thigh, push. Extend those arms high, sinking in that right side. So you should get a lovely stretch into that hip flexor. On that right side, arms go high. Long body, big stretch, really open everything up. Now hold in. Bring the hands together. Right elbow outside the left knee. Turn, lift the chest. Come to center. Arms go high. Tip forward. Place the hands down, step to plank. Lift the hips to down dog. Stretch it out nice and strong. Hold that position. Right leg high. Step it through and underneath the body. Come into your pigeon stretch. So heel on one side of the mat, knee on the other. Find your position. You can stay upright. You can drop down to forearms. You can extend your arms over your head. So keep that good stretch on those glutes now. And you can relax. Just let gravity pull you down into your mat for this one. Now, I've always got an option here, so we can stay in this position, or I want you to come up onto your hands. You're going to bend your left leg, grab hold of your left hand, and we're taking that thigh stretch as well off that left side. Again, some of the stretches, this can be quite an intense stretch. If you've not done it before, it's one of those ones that takes a little bit of practice. You get a lovely, really good stretch on those thighs. Great, we release. Place the hands down, we sit back, stay up nice and tall. We'll just sit here for a few seconds. Push up onto that left toe, lift the knee, scoop the right leg back, and we're just going to scoop the left leg straight under. Yeah, just a quick swap. Again, we can stay up, come down, forearms extend over the head. So this is the last little bit in this position before we finish in our seated position. So we are almost done. Again, really opening those hips. So we've done our hip flexor stretches in those lunge positions where we're stretching to the front of the hips. Now this is where we start to work on the back of the hips. We're going into those glutes. So again, stay low if you want. You can come up onto the hands. And again, we've got the option of taking hold of that right foot, bringing the heel to your backside, and we're taking that thigh stretch. And get that lovely stretch out through the front of those legs. And then from there, we're just going to release. And again, we're just going to hold that stretch for a few seconds. We're going to come up onto that right toe to lift the knee, to step back to plank, our last plank position. We're just going to hold for 4, 3, 2, lovely, take down dog. Our last down dog, again, lifting those hips. And then I want you to just come down onto knees, and I want you to find a seated position. I'm going to stretch both legs out in front of us, and this is where we're going to finish off. So we're almost there, almost there. So from here, both legs out in front, and I want you to keep your right leg stretched out in front of you. Step your left leg over your right, and hook the left knee with your right arm. So it's right in the elbow, and pull across that left knee goes towards your right shoulder. Give it a little hug in. And we're sitting upright for the first bit, and stay nice and tall. Try not to drop. We stay long in the body. Now we've got a few variations from this stretch. So this is a just general seated one, and a great stretch out for the glutes. Now what I want you to do is take that left hand, place it behind you, and look over your left shoulder. So you just get a little bit more of a rotation through the trunk. Now we're going to go the other way. So what I want you to do now is take your left arm over the top, release the right arm, place that left arm on the inside, right hand goes behind you, look over the right shoulder. Come back to center. So the option is to come back into this position here and keep hugging that left knee into the right shoulder. If not, I want you to bend to the right leg, and you have to just adjust yourself slightly. Bring the knees, so one knee is on top of the other. So you've got your left on top of your right. You see that knee position here, so they're stacked. And make sure you're sat down on both sit bones. So we're not leaning to the left or right. You've got the weight nice and even. Lift your chest. And what I want you to do is think about lifting your chin and bringing it over the top of the knee. You can hold that position if you want to inch forward. Bring that chest down a little bit closer and get a lovely stretch into the glutes. I always like this one. It really helps stretch out the glutes. If you do, again, a lot of running, squats, lunge cycling, all of those types of things. We've done some squats and lunges. We need a good stretch. Hold, keep breathing, keep breathing. And hold for 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Walk it back. Let's shake out those legs. And then we're just going to do the same again off the other side, and we are finished. So left leg out in front, step the right over. Hook it with that left elbow, and pull that right knee in towards that left shoulder. So we start up right again. Pull that stretch into those glutes. And as we've done with the hamstrings this morning with a few different stretches, we've done exactly the same with the glutes. We've done a few different stretches from some different angles. Right hand comes behind, we rotate over that right shoulder. And then we're going to bring that right arm over the top, onto the inside of that left knee, and we rotate, look over your left shoulder. Come back center. And again, either hug with that left side, or we're going to bend the legs. So like I said, you just have to take a few seconds to adjust your position. Again, knees are stacked. Again, sat down on both sit bones, chest is up, head is up, and we'll just lean forward, stretch out, and take that lovely stretch into those glutes. Hold that position and relax. Whew. Lovely. Just keep breathing for me. Got a few seconds here. Excellent. Okay, if you can just inch forward, maybe just that last little stretch for 3, 2, and 1. We walk it back. Give those legs a little stretch out in front. Give a little bounce out. Cross the legs. Find a comfortable position for you to sit in. Sit up nice until we take both arms up into the air. That stretch. Lovely. Bring that right hand down. Take that left arm high. And we swap over. Take that right arm high. Big stretch. Come back to center. Both arms go high. Awesome. Outstanding work today. Really, really well done. I hope you enjoyed that workout. Like I said, you may not get a lot of cardio in that one, but you're still going to get hot. You're still going to get, I'm still sweating. You're still going to sweat. So make sure you get some water down, get some fluid in. Think about recovery. Part of that first step is to get some hydration down and get some water. But awesome stuff today. Well done, everyone. Excellent work. Fabulous. Excellent stuff. So well done, everybody, to this morning. So I hope you enjoyed that little stretch. And we'll switch that off and make that one anymore. I hope you enjoyed that little stretch and strength routine. Obviously, please feel free to put some comments down. Please feel free to share this with some of your friends to get some more people going into these routines. Next workout, next live workout will be Monday night, 6 p.m. So that is always GMT. So Monday night, 6 p.m. and we're going to do our HIIT squad workouts. If you haven't done that before, it's a great intense workout. It's perfect to sweat off the weekend, get you ready for the rest of the week, and keep that heart rate going with some fantastic exercises. So hopefully see you then. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm off and I'm out of here.